All right, what do we got here? Quiet, guys.
They can't
Guys.
see it.
Thank you. And earphones off.
My bad.
All right. Hayden, Nerman, Patricia. Anybody see Patricia?
Who's Trisha?
Let's see. There's no. Anybody see Patricia?
No, I haven't.
All right. Mr. Chadbourne, Raphael, okay, Chase, John, Angelica right there, Sevi. Anybody seen Sevi today?
No.
Okay.
Black kid.
Casey, Austin, Zane, Armin, just talking in the hall. He'll be here in just a moment.
He's always
Stuart and Greg.
I don't think he's ever been to that time.
All right. Okay, you guys. First of all, this morning we had an interesting staff meeting, and I had what's called an epiphany. Who can tell me what that is?
really changed your life.
Realization, an idea, some inspiration. It can fall a lot of different categories. But what it was, while we were talking about like doing bell ringers and bell beaters and stuff like this, I was sitting there doing a calculation. And this really made me do a reality check here. We have 50 minutes every class, right? Okay, so let's say we have a 5-minute bell ringer. Let's say we have a 5-minute bell beater. How much time is that? 10 minutes. Okay, now let's say they said the study shows that we lose your guys' attention span about every 12 minutes. We got to interject with something to keep your guys' attention span. In a 50-minute class, that'd be about 5 interjections. That would mean if each interjection is 5 minutes, that's 20 minutes. Now we're up to, that's 20 minutes. Now we're up to 30 minutes of the time being taken up already, right? Am I right? So that leaves us 20 minutes. However, if we're working in the shop, you can figure a 15-minute setup time, a 15-minute cleanup time, so that's 30 minutes right there, but then you have about 6 minutes of static time in between everything. So that gives us a deficit of negative 16 minutes for each class period. That's a problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this morning after I calculated this out, I was sitting there thinking and thinking and thinking, and before first hour I had what I call my epiphany, or an aha moment, or just a miraculous breakthrough of who knows what. All right? This miraculous thing is, what can we do, or I do, and you guys together, to motivate each other? We are lacking in motivation. When you guys, especially the morning classes, when they come in here, you guys are kind of like, yeah, It's like, you guys are half asleep. So what I want you guys to do right now is stand up. Stand up. Okay, first off, let's get to know your person you're working with in class. Turn to the people next to you and say, good morning, how are you doing? Morning. Because remember, in this class, we're supposed to be working as a team, right? Remember the car project? It's a team project. If you can't come into your team members and shake their hand and say good morning, and you're just in your own zonal, we can't work as a team. So now, so we wake up, I want everyone to put their arms up. Let's walk around the table, because it's time to wake up. You guys are falling asleep. Walk around the table. Walk around the table. Walk around the table. Sweetheart, I want to make sure you're awake. I want to make sure you're awake. This is really beneficial right here. As soon as you get to your chair, you can go ahead and sit down.
No change.
Excellent. You guys, what I've noticed, as soon as everyone gets sat down here, what I've noticed is a lot of you guys come to school half asleep in the morning. It's like zombies walking down the hallway. Do me a favor. Take one and pass it down. Go ahead and take one and pass it down. Take one and pass it down.
No, take one.
You guys know I'm a little on the nutty side. You guys already know that. But what I'm working on now is things. It's up to you guys to tell me how we're going to get you guys motivated, how we're going to finish off the rest of the year. What's one thing that you guys that we need more of in the classroom? What's one thing we need more of?
Excitement.
Excitement or energy, right?
Yeah.
Actually, who has really good handwriting?
I know.
Go ahead and grab your hand glasses. If you could write these things on the board for me, that'd be great. Yeah, let's write down energy. That's something we need more of in the classroom is energy. And can any of you guys guess why I put the tables like this morning after I randomly came back to class? No. So you guys are looking forward so I can walk back and forth today. Because this is really important. So we need more energy. What else needs to happen if you're working as a team?
Communication.
Communication. You gotta have good communication. And that's not just you guys. That's me. It's my job to communicate with you guys more effectively. And I'm doing a horrible job at it. And so now, that has to change. That's one thing I need to change personally. You know what else? Yes, sir. Yeah. Organization. You guys realize who probably has voted in the yearbook as the most unorganized teacher?
You.
Probably me.
I called it.
I'm extremely unorganized. And that's something I'm going to change. Big time. All right? And you guys are going to find out more about this on Friday as soon as we get to the end of this. What else? Eye contact. Look at the person we were talking to them. Go and write it down. What about being on time? Punctuality. Being on time is critical. And that just doesn't apply to coming to class. That applies to when you turn things in, when you finish assignments. If I ask you to be done with something by like on a Thursday or something, I really want you to be done with it. And more important than anything, in big letters right here, could you put ask for help? Never be afraid to ask for help. Because guess what? Things happen and mistakes happen, right? You can go ahead and sit down there as soon as you get that. Because I'm going to use this as an example. This was one of the coffee cups, if you consider I don't want you in the front here. Okay, if, like this coffee cup here, it was not pressed long enough, right?
Yeah.
It's really light. So what is this? A mistake. This coffee cup's a mistake, right? So if you guys put your safety glasses on.
Oh, sweet.
Let me grab one right here. But this is a mistake. And now we're seeing how well you guys follow directions here because see if everyone. First hour I had several people that were sitting there just in their own daze and stupor that didn't put their safety glasses on and I had to actually go up and tell them. So that's one of those things, if the person next to you doesn't have their safety glasses on when they're asked to, what are you going to do? Tell them to put their safety glasses on. Maybe they just didn't hear me, maybe there's a lack of communication. Now this is the mess up. What do we do with mess ups?
Break them.
We don't break them. What we do?
Smash them into.
We restart.
I told you to break them.
We restart. The coffee cup, that's a mess up. We can't change it. It's something we have to brush under the table and restart. There's no way around it. Have a good day. But that's something we can't change. It's messed up, right? Okay, so what do we do after we mess up? We restart. So we have a new coffee cup, right? So we have a new coffee cup. But guess what we did? We messed up on this one. We messed up on this one as well. So you know what's interesting? Well, you do screw up once in a while, right?
Yeah.
But it's up to your teammates or the instructor to help you get it right. That coffee cup is a mess up. However, we may have messed up twice, but we're going to keep going. There's one thing interesting about when you mess stuff up. If you guys screw up or I screw up, you know, you can always sweep up the pieces. Okay?
Some like crazy sales pitch.
No, actually it could be in a way.
This is awesome.
You can always sweep up the pieces and start from scratch and make a nice coffee cup or whatever we're doing in this class. The whole thing is, I want to have a joint cooperation in this class so we can actually get something accomplished. We're really starting to drag down, the whole thing is kind of pitching down of how our motivation is. And this morning, I was sitting there and it's just one of those things, I'm like, my class is really lacking motivation. And actually, personally, I was sitting there thinking, I'm lacking motivation. You know why you guys are lacking the motivation?
You.
Because I don't have the energy. And I realized that this morning. And so now it's up to all of us as a team to come together and be motivated. How many of you guys were not finished with your SolidWorks design yet? Raise your hand big if you're not done. Remember the car parts and stuff like that? Who's not done? Raise your hand if you're not done. Honestly, who's not done?
What do you mean?
The parts. The wheels, the axles, that stuff. Raise your hand if you're honest if you're not done. All right? Guess what? Half the class is done, half the class is not done. what can we do?
Work together as a team.
Work together to get them completed. What I want to have done and work on it today and tomorrow, at the end of Thursday, that's it. We're done whether you're done or not because we are moving on.
Yes.
Friday, each one of you guys are going to be given a syllabus of the exact lesson plan for the rest of the semester and where we're going to go and what we're going to get accomplished. Why? Because we're going to be on a plan, we're going to push towards the stars, and we're going to get finished. Because it's time that we all work together and be motivated. All right? And all I ask from you guys is I'm going to give you guys one last word up here that I really do mean. I probably misspelled that. My spelling's wrong. Commitment. I'm going to give the commitment to you guys that I'm going to try and make sure each of us succeed here. And what I'm going to ask from each one of you is that you also commit to trying to be motivated and get everything done in this class. Can you guys do that? Can you guys do that?
Yes. Yes.
That's right. All right, you guys. Right now, let's go ahead. You guys are done with your SolidWorks project. Let's help the guys that aren't finished, and let's get everything wrapped up before Thursday, so Friday we can come here with a whole new light and get things done. You ready?
Yeah.
Go. So that work, you guys?
Yes.
No.